My first EDC dump. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. So today is going to be my first EDC dump ever. I mean, like in the history of my channel, over 400 videos, and this is going to be my first EDC dump. Now, I enjoy watching these. I love watching other people's EDC, what they carry, how they carry. I also think they're a little cliche and sometimes a little goofy. People are like, here's my chapstick, and here's my pack of gum, and here's the coin that I carry. I'm not going to get into all of that. I'm going to get into the essentials and things that matter most to me, but hopefully you enjoy. So again, it's going to be very quick because if you follow my channel, you know that I'm a minimalist. I do not carry a ton. So let's jump right into it. The very first thing and the most important thing that is on me every single day is going to be my wedding ring. So this right here is by far my most treasured, valuable, and meaningful thing to me. Been with my wife for 23 years, and this is really just a sense of pride, honor, and commitment. So wedding ring, number one, always EDC. The other thing that I'll say is I have this bracelet. You've probably seen it in my shooting videos. This is kind of permanently on me, so I wouldn't necessarily say it's an EDC, but this is a bracelet that is permanently on me. I had a medical procedure earlier this year. Actually, I always have to sign a waiver anytime I have anything medically done, but it doesn't come off. These three things here, these little medallions, or I don't know, rings, I would say, these are actually all my kids' names. So Jaden, Chloe, and Micah. Other than that, I do carry a knife at times. I don't carry a ton of knives, but usually when I do carry a knife, it's going to be this style. So I really enjoy an Italian stiletto knife. This is a ProTech Godson, and this is 154 cm steel. Again, it's a flip also. Usually comes out with authority. You could probably hear it. Super sharp, super pointy. Again, I really enjoy the Italian stilettos. If I'm not carrying an Italian stiletto, I'm usually carrying a tanto blade. But again, I'm not a huge knife person, but I do at times carry one. So either a stiletto or it's going to be a tanto blade. Next up, I'm going to get into my EDC. So as you know, this is a Shadow Systems. It's clear. This is my EDC, and this is usually the gun that's on me 90% of the time. I also carry a Glock 43X, but this is one here that I probably got the most rounds on that I usually pick up and carry. So why did I go with a MR920? It's very simple. I'm a Glock fan. I enjoy Glock, and this is really Glock-ish. A little more expensive, but it has everything that you would do to a traditional Glock. So again, it has all the additional slide cuts, the windows. It's MOS already compatible. Now, I took my dot off and I was shooting irons for quite some time. EDC wise, I'm perfectly fine with irons. The stippling on the grip is a lot more aggressive. The trigger is clearly a lot more better than a Glock stock trigger. More of a semi-flat face trigger here. It has the double undercuts, night sights, and I would probably say, magwell as well. I'd say the most favorite thing that I enjoy about this is you can see the grip isn't a traditional Glock grip. So this is kind of a hybrid. It's in between a 1911 and a Glock. And again, for me, it just feels a little more natural when I'm holding it. But again, overall, I consider it a Glock. I probably shoot it the same as a Glock. I just enjoy this a little bit more. And it's just kind of like grown on me. In terms of ammo, I'm not sure what these are. These are probably critical defense. I'm usually rocking critical defense, but I mix it up. Whatever I carry in terms of self-defense ammo, it's always going to be plus P. I prefer the plus P. And then holster wise, if you're familiar with my channel, you know that I always carry Tier 1 concealed. For me, these are my favorite holsters. All of my holsters are made by Tier 1 concealed. And I prefer Tier 1 concealed just because the fitment. I've never had a problem where one fits good, one doesn't fit good. These always, for me, fit flush. I don't like a lot of excess length right here. They always go down because, again, sometimes you get a holster and you have all this excess space down here. I don't like that. Every time I get one, whether it's my Bull Armory or my CZ, it's always a flush fit. Other than that, I enjoy the customer service. The speed. Anytime I've had to call them with a problem, they've been super responsive. And again, I always can appreciate in 2025 good customer service because it's hard to find these days. Other than that, EDC belt. This is a core. So again, it's pretty beat up. I've had this for years, but it's rigid. It's stiff, gets the job done. You can see it's pretty used at this point. The ratchet system is awesome. I think the only thing that I don't like is I don't like this belt buckle. It's bulky. It's kind of big. I got this one though because, again, sometimes I'm a little more business casual, so I wanted something that didn't look all like tactical if I'm in a blazer in business casual. But again, it is bulky, gets the job done. But again, it also looks cool too. So again, I probably need a new one. It's kind of getting warped. But I gotta say, I've put this through its paces, and it's still holding strong. Ratchet system still working good, easy to put on, easy to take off. But that's pretty much it. No flashlights, no med kits or tourniquets, and none of that extra stuff. I think usually the more stuff that we put on our body, the more frustrating it gets, and we tend to get out of the consistency. These are the things that are on my body every single day. So as soon as I wake up, I kiss my wife, put on my wedding ring, and immediately put on my EDC. Well, that is my EDC dump, the first and probably the last I'll ever do, but hope you all enjoyed it. Have a good weekend. Be well, be safe. Peace out.